Can't take it no more. 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 No justice, no peace. 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 The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. People united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united. Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like. What democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. What democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. What democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Woohoo!
We out here downtown, y'all. Come out here. We out here for the rally. Come get it. Say what? Come on.
Up here on the sidewalk.
USA.
Say what?
No drugs.
No KKK.
No fascists.
USA. No Trump. No KKK. No fascists. USA. On the sidewalk or over here, please. When I say that, you say Trump. No KKK. No fascists. USA. No Trump. No KKK. No fascists. USA.
They went and got in the van.
Not hate. Not hate. Not hate. Not hate.
Slow it down. Education, not deportation. 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 Education, not deportation.
We got the power. People power. We got the power. We got the power. Say hey, ho ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho ho.
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho ho.
got them numbers out here, y'all. Yeah, that's how people come together. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, stay in between the lines, sister.
Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, Donald Trump has got to go. This is what democracy looks like. 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 What democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. We got the power. We got the power.
People power.
People power.
We got the power. People power. We got the power. People power. We got the power.
We need all the speakers to move towards the front. If you are a speaker today, please move up towards the front. Again, speakers, please move up towards the front.
Tell them why we out here, brother. We live.
But we out here making some noise, rallying about the hatred and the racism that's being spewed from that White House. It's unacceptable, and we got to speak up. And we got to affect change now.
Indeed.
We'll never be defeated. The people united.
Will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people
United will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
The people united.
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 Will never be defeated.
The people
Yeah.
The people united will never be defeated.
All the people in Rochester out together right now. You gotta love it. Look at it. See how many people out here, man? It's deep. Come join.
Thank you, honey.
Are we going to the room with that interview?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No peace. 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 No peace.
see them signs?
No peace.
Yeah.
No peace.
Yes. Yes, yes.
No peace. 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 No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace. No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No peace. No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
How you doing, brother?
Justice!
I'm maintaining.
No justice!
Right.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace. That
They even got the puppies out protesting. You gotta love it.
Don't you? No justice. No peace. That's
Yeah.
You speak for him.
Yeah, you see the puppy ready too.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
No justice. No peace.
Got a lot of people in Rochester. They come out as one.
United will never be defeated. United will never be defeated.
The people
United will never be defeated.
The people
United will never be defeated.
Rochester united.
Will never be defeated.
More energy when I say Rochester united.
Will never be defeated.
Rochester united.
Will never be defeated.
Rochester united.
Will never be defeated.
Rochester united. Rochester united.
Will never be defeated.
Rochester united. Rochester united. Rochester.
You getting angles up here.
Hey, we family now. We need y'all to move in. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. It's flu season, but I know it's just cold enough to kill it out here. Come on.
Oh, that's fire. Look at that. Look at that. Oh,
Come
you
closer,
missed it.
people. Come
It
closer.
looked like an album cover. You just now, it was like clear on you, soft background. Yo, it was fire, son. This one
Red,
is
yellow,
$59.95.
black, white, same
$50.
struggle. Red, yellow, black, white. Same struggle, same fight. Red, yellow, black, white.
Same struggle, same fight.
Red, yellow, black, white. Same struggle, same fight. Red, yellow, black, white. Same struggle, same fight. Red, yellow, black, white.
Same color, same fight.
Red, yellow, black, white.
Same color, same fight.
Red, yellow, black, white.
Same color, same fight.
Hey, hey, ho, ho.
Got my flag.
Donald Trump has got to
Yeah,
go.
mine agrees too.
Hey, hey, ho, ho.
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho.
Donald Trump has got to go.
Hey, hey, ho, ho.
Donald Trump has got to go.
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
It's the most
Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Donald Trump has got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
We got Chris out here on standby.
Oh, they live? Oh, you live?
Yeah, I'm live. We live.
Trump has got to go.
They out here deep, man. They out here.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. You look so beautiful. I wish you could see this song. Give it up to the sun. should do first is give thanks and appreciation and show some love for the man who had the vision to put us together. I'm talking about a man who is an icon, a local and in fact national icon in this community. Minister Franklin D. Ford Sr. Let's give it up. Now, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, we got pathology in the White House. Now, you know, it's ludicrous that anyone would even argue about whether or not Donald Trump is a racist. I mean, it's just clear, plain as day. Yet, this man repeatedly says that he's the least racist person that we'll ever know. Now, right? Now, wait, hear me though. Hear me, I'm serious.
My sign, I got the best sign out here.
That's pathology.
It's the best sign out here, man.
Life,
dealing with reality,
the woman's womb.
They forgot
so
about
we
that
got
sign.
pathology in the White House. Now, in the process of this rally, what I would like for us to do, if you would indulge me, is that we're going to try this man in the court of public fact. All right? Not in the court of public opinion, in the court of public fact. We're going to try him. So as we listen to our speakers, in between the speakers, I'm going to rattle off a bunch of facts.
Damn, I wish this
At
shit
the
could
end of
zoom
the
in.
rally, I'm going to ask you
There gotta be a
for
way this
vote.
could zoom.
All right, is that all right? Okay, now look, we're always talking in this community about the importance of involving our youth in the struggle. We made a conscious effort to make sure that our youth are involved. They've been involved in this organizing effort all along the way. Let's give it up to them, and they're going to be the first 5 to 6 speakers that we hear. And we're going to start with community activist extraordinaire Ashley Green.
Hi everyone. I say this all the time, I talk really fast, so I'm gonna try to be deliberate about talking slow. But my name is Ashley and I'm an activist, and here's what I have to say. So of course, as Reverend Florence has already said, we're here today to talk about the rhetoric and racist shenanigans that Trump puts forth in the White House. I'm so glad to see you all here, and I'm not surprised since we live in Freedom City and we show up every single time. This is my daughter, Katie. So basically, Trump has always been a racist. He was sued by the Department of Justice back in the 70s for discrimination on the basis of race. And he took out a full-page advertisement in the 1980s demanding the execution of the Central Park Five. Now that he is president, he has even more power to turn his racist rhetoric into basis for racist policies. Trump just doesn't say that some countries are crack hole countries. He says that as a basis for discriminating against people of color and with immigration laws by favoring European countries. This is nothing new. The United States has done this before, time and time again. But we have already decided that it will not be tolerated. Trump uses the word illegal and not undocumented to draw a picture of a criminal. He told the world that Mexicans are rapists. He uses this as a basis for policies like the ending of DACA, which protected undocumented immigrants who came to the country as children. He also uses this rhetoric as a basis for tearing apart families through violent deportations. He uses the word ungrateful to describe prominent black people who express his dislike for him. This is the basis for chipping away at access to health care, food assistance, and etc. that affects people of color disproportionately because structural racism forces us into poverty. His new food plan is a direct attack on the black people and reminds me of a Frederick Douglass comment about using food to control and manipulate slaves. Trump uses this rhetoric about black and brown people to abandon Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands after a devastating hurricane and to deport Salvadorians and Haitians who have protected statuses after these earthquakes. But Donald Trump's hateful and racist rhetoric is also what he doesn't say. Sometimes rhetoric is not always about what we say, but about what we do. He stays silent after mass shootings and mentions nothing about policy change to prevent them because almost all mass shooters are white and are male. He stays silent when given the chance to share and speak against Nazis because according to him, there may have been good people in that group as well.
Boo!
We need someone screaming from the rooftops about structural racism and how to end it. And Trump stays silent, benefiting from exploiting those who are already oppressed. And that is why we are here. Because someone needs to speak about what Donald Trump is saying. And because we need to shout about what he is not saying. Because as Audre Lorde said, silence has never brought us anything of worth. So let us get louder and louder in our voices any way that we can, including at the voting booths. And if we... So let us get louder and louder in our voices and anything that we do, including at the voting booth. And if we can keep doing that, if we can keep showing up, we will do as Maya Angelou said, still we rise.
Come on now, y'all can do better than that. Give it up! Actually, been reading my notes. She started the public trial before I could even begin to lay out the facts. She laid out some of the facts, right? And she says we won't tolerate this, so we want at least we want an apology, don't we? Do we want an apology?
I say.
Do we?
I say.
We expect that. We expect an apology. So here's a fact. Now, we know, I think most of us know about the blank hole nations that he used to comment to refer to Haiti and African nations and to say that he prefers people from Norway, and we know about that. It's been all over, right? But what some of us may not be aware of is that this man has over 4 decades of racist comments and actions that have been well documented.
You have her drive you to the car.
Here's a fact. In 1973,
you have the cell on you? You have the cell phone on you?
The U.S. Justice Department, U.S. Department of Justice, get this now, get this.
Yo, you seen the you got the RBG Jordans?
Under the Nixon administration, sued Trump Management Corporation for violating the Fair Housing Act.
The order number, right?
Found evidence.
That's the order one, right? Yeah. I ain't know whether you still had it.
Lied to white applicants about what the apartments were building. Trump said the federal government was trying to get him to welfare recipients. In the aftermath, he signed an agreement in 1975 agreeing not to discriminate against
I still got it say.
That's fact one. Keep these facts in mind now, because at the end, I'm going to ask you for what? What am I going to ask?
A guilty verdict.
What am I going to ask you for at the end?
A guilty verdict.
Find this man, right?
We already got a verdict.
I'm okay. Is that my birthday?
It's my birthday. Facts arena, not public opinion.
So I'm being in Washington, D.C.
All right, our next speaker then is a young man.
Oh, yeah, for the march.
In this community, and a student who works close with us in the community, Mr. Martins Harris.
How y'all doing?
Yeah! Why don't you sit
So
down?
I didn't write anything at all. This is gonna be off the top.
You do the back stretches they show you to do?
I'm not good at
I didn't even start yet. I got an appointment on Monday. I haven't started.
remembering things that go through my mind all the time. I'm always good at remembering how I feel about things.
They got some stretches that they're gonna teach you to do.
So I'm just gonna get up here and tell y'all how Trump's made me feel since he's been in office.
It's all good, brother. Speak, brother. Come on, man.
Sorry.
I say. It's all good. We family here, bro. We family, man. We in this together, man. We all we got.
Try to keep it together. Listen. These comments aren't old comments. His misogynistic, racist, and deeply offensive rhetoric, it isn't new. It's old, and it's deeply rooted in the minds of many Americans in this country. We all know how this country was built, right?
Hundreds of pictures.
We all know who our founding fathers really were, right? We all know who Trump is, right? I don't have to tell y'all who Trump is, right?
Yeah.
So I don't have to tell y'all too much of what he's done. You guys already know.
Donald Trump.
But what I will tell you guys
Don't say his name.
is that this right here, what we're doing right now, is what's important. This is what I want to talk about. Unity.
Right.
Us all coming together to combat hatred. But it's more than this. It's more than protesting. It's more than debates. It's more than marching. It's more just talking about it. You guys have to educate yourselves. Educate your children. Educate your mother. Educate your father. Educate anyone you can.
It's all right.
Love. That's what's gonna do it.
Ashe. Amen.
Love is what's gonna do it. Love is what's gonna keep us together. Love brought us all here today. And I refuse to let Trump or anyone else further divide us.
Yo, don't hold back, bro. Just let it out, man. Let it all out. Tears and all that. It's all right. Let it out. Get it
I'm
off
only
the
as strong
chest.
as my community.
I say.
I'm only as strong as my community.
That's right.
Me by myself, I can't affect change, but we all together, coming together like how we've done, that's what's gonna do it. When you guys go home, don't just feel good about what you've done today. When you go home, you should feel the same way you felt when you left here. As you hear me speak, as you've heard all of us speak up here, continue to push forward, continue to love. And we won't let Trump or anybody else further divide us. We all know what we gotta do, and let's get to it.
All right, thank you, brothers. We know that we have some people who are disabled or challenged, and we have some chairs right here in front for people who may need to sit. We have chairs right here in the front, so please move up here, make room if people need to get up here so they can. Let me give you a couple more facts, right? We're trying Mr. Trump in the arena of public fact. In 1980, a black man named Kip Brown, a former employee at Trump's castle, made it public that when Donald Trump and Ivana came to the casino, the bosses would order all of the black people off the floor. Mr. Brown said they put all the black people in the back. Here's another fact. In 1989, some of you may remember the controversial case that's been characterized as a modern-day lynching for black teenagers. It was 4 black teenagers and 1 Latino teenager called the Central Park 5. They were accused of attacking and raping a woman, a jogger in New York City. Trump took out full-page ads and called for them to be put to death. They later were exonerated through DNA tests. As late as 2016, Trump is still saying that he believes they're guilty. This is 1989. Keep that fact in mind. The next speaker is another strong young person in this community who's working closely with us, Ms. Ayanna Tanksley. Ayanna Tanksley.
Good afternoon. I'm just going to hit y'all with some facts about Donald Trump that I had put together. Donald Trump's political career started in advocacy of the perception that blacks and Latinas are not fit to be citizens of the country that we built. How can you tell me that I can build a car but I can't ride it? It didn't just begin at the point of his election though. In 1989, he fought to execute the death penalty for the eventually exonerated Central Park Five. Five innocent black teenage boys who have been accused without evidence of raping a white woman. So who's next? At what point do you think they won't get around to you? Even those who think they are safe, at what point will they say you're just not American enough? I knew nobody was safe when he targeted President Obama with birtherism claims by nurturing the conspiracy that he had not been born here, going after his birth certificate, and then when finding no evidence there, will push to get access to his college records because of the impossibility of a black man attending an Ivy League school. So many subliminal messages that I dare not to try to dissect in 2 minutes. Trump made endless efforts to tear down Obama's credibility by painting him as foreign and incompetent. But what does that indicate of how he feels of the regular black Joe that's not in a political position? I also find it quite alarming how he has convinced the majority of the public to believe police are an imminent threat by civilians when research proves just the opposite. A president dramatically increasing the size and presence of a problem to amplify it and give it vindication to the wrongdoing of police. I don't think I'm reaching to assume this, but it looks a lot like the exaggeration of the war on drugs by President Reagan to alarm the public and make them believe they were in danger. They were in danger to provide justification for the convictions of millions of African American and Latino men. Seeing as Trump was in support of the war on drugs movement and even still making advancements in reversing the positive implications by Obama that came to the aid of African Americans. Under the Obama administration, the incarceration rates dropped, representing the first downward trend in over 30 years. 30 years. When Trump came into office, his Attorney General Jeff Sessions stated again, without evidence, that there was an increase in the murder rate under Obama's more lenient process and that a stricter policy needed to be re-implicated. No words can give an adequate description of all the pervading corruptions produced by racism. Racism has never been abolished from Americans' ways of thinking. Frederick Douglass said, "There is no man beneath the canopy of heaven who does not know that racism is wrong." We have to decide if we are Americans who are black or blacks who are Americans. I used to believe I was the former, but I now realize I was wrong. We are here now, elders. Teach us, the sleepers have awoken. Young people, it is our time. If you are scared, say you're scared. But no, scared or brave, this has to be done. Say with me, it starts with me and grows with you. It starts with me, but grows with you. It grows with you. I will conclude with a quote from James Weldon Johnson, an early leader of the NAACP. He said, "I will not allow one prejudiced person or 1 million or 100 million to blight my life. I will not let prejudice or any of its attendant humiliations and injustices bear me down to spiritual defeat. My inner life is mine, and I will defend and maintain its integrity against the forces of hell." One more time with me. It starts with me and grows with you. Starts with me and grows with you. Starts with me and grows with you.
That was like Ankh 101 in 1 second. Starts with the woman.
All right, brothers and sisters, I had to mention Frederick Douglass, right? This is the 200th birthday of Frederick Douglass, right? And all kinds of little things are going on around the city, but Frederick Douglass was on the scene. Guess where he'd be?
That was his birthday yesterday, right?
Not today.
Right here. This is what Douglass was about.
And
we'll give you another quick fact, and then we're going to call a woman who's been struggling in this community for decades, another icon, Sister Grace Miller, we're going to call up here to give us some words in just a minute. Let me give you this fact. A book by John O'Donnell, former president of Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, quoted Trump's criticism of a black accountant. These are Trump's words. "Black guys counting my money? I hate it. The only kind of people I want counting my money are short guys that wear yarmulkes every day. I think that the guy's lazy." He's talking about the black man. And it's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in blacks. It really, oh yeah, this is Donald Trump. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Well documented. This is not speculation, this is fact.
wish I could
It
back
really
his
is. I
ass.
believe that. This is Trump. It really is a trick. He's saying, I believe that. It's not anything they can control. Trump at first denied the remarks, but later said in a 1997 Playboy interview that, quote, the stuff O'Donnell wrote about me is probably true. It's definitely true. Sister Grace Miller.
Yeah! Tell Trump to say that to my face.
Without the Secret Service.
Word up. Serious.
Thank you. You know, when I see all of you here tonight, I'm so thrilled about it. I know we're all ready to resist.
Won't be no laziness in
Trump.
his hands.
And I'm happy today to be here because
Hey,
of
Mr.
Franklin Florence, you know, the days of
Mr.
fight.
President.
How many remember those days of
Like you about
fight?
to shake his hand and clunk the shit out of his ass.
He was able to organize, he with the fight organization was
President
able
Trump
to organize
gets
thousands
modeled
of
today.
people to come out and
Live.
fight for education,
World
for
star
jobs, for housing, for the poor, right? Remember those days? And you know what? He's done it again. So more power to Minister Franklin Florence and his leaders here. You know that Rochester is one of the poorest cities in our whole country, of cities of this size. That's a shame. And the man who's president is not going to help to change that. So we have now a president who is not fit to be the president of the United States of America. We need to resist his racist remarks. We need to resist his attack on black countries. We need to resist his horrible treatment of refugees. We need to resist his misogyny. He even violates the Constitution and gets away with it. So why do we allow this to happen? It has got to stop. The Constitution of America cannot be violated by the man who stands as President of the United States. So I'm thrilled that we're together today because it gives hope to all of us, right? Martin Luther King Jr. once wrote, "In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends.
585
Of our friends.
713.
The silence is over, right? We are going to resist the man who calls himself the President of the United States of America.
Wake up, man. Like I've been doing a lot of
Because none of us is going to tolerate his racist, his horrible remarks and his statements about our people, our wonderful people in the United States of America and in our world. If all of us stand together, we can beat him.
a number of classes around computer programming
And we have to go after Congress because they're letting this man stay in power.
And it's easier to watch them when I got other people around with me. It's like
Okay, so we have a job to do, and I think we're ready to do it, right?
I know
Fahiym may the numbers next time triple the numbers that we have here when we gather together to fight our enemy who stands in the presidency of the United States of America.
Give me a good dude, man.
They're telling me you don't have time to read all this
He was actually about to get involved when he was doing this.
Any stretch of the imagination conclusive. The list is probably as long as this
We the Black Panther, we the
but I'm
Black
going to read
Panther,
a couple
original Black
more,
Panther
though.
Liberation.
Listen, Trump suggested in 2011, remember we started in 1970.
That was different.
In
Yeah, that's
2011, he suggested
that's Stone
that
Jackson
Obama
and
was born
Emma,
in
yeah,
the
but I know
US.
them brothers
And
too.
that he argued that maybe Obama wasn't a good enough student to have
Call me, Jeremy.
into Columbia or Harvard Law School,
text
and
me
he
so I have your
demanded
number locked
that
in my
Obama
phone.
release his university transcripts.
Sorry about that.
Trump claimed, quote, I heard he
I ain't got
was
the
a terrible
paper. I need the
student,
paper.
terrible. How does a bad student go to Columbia and then to Harvard?
The good paper that I can
Would you
make
like to
print.
see his
Business
degrees?
cards.
I'd like to see.
I got the templates.
Yeah.
Just need the paper.
Absolutely.
Then we got
Our next speaker, I haven't seen her, I'm not sure if she's here, but Corday Graham from the School of the Art just is. How could I not see you and you standing right in front?
Hard times and shit. He was about to get down with us at the beginning of the other shit.
Okay, good.
Sorry, this is like extremely loud, but when you're tired of sounding like a broken record, you get loud.
He started fucking with us because of that.
Yeah, so we gotta say that one disbanded.
From attitudes, man.
Destroyed and rebuilt.
I love my brother.
Oh,
You don't belong. You don't belong here. This is what you're thinking. Thinking drive you nuts these days. All the talk about rights and law avoidance when you can't even walk your own neighborhood in peace and quiet. Get your black ass gone. You're thinking again. Then what? Maddox on TV, and here you are, vigilant, weary, exposed to the elements on a wet winter evening in Florida when all not's right but no one sees it. Where are they? The law, the enforcers, blind as a bunch of lazy bats can be. Posters dangling from the coat hooks above their desks as they jaw the news between donuts. Hey, it tastes good. Shoving your voice down the throat thinking only the sweetness. Go on, choke on that. Did you say something? Are you thinking again? Stop and get your ass gone. Your blackness, that casual little Red Riding Hood, I'm just on the way home attitude as if this street was his to walk on. Do you hear me talking to you? Boy, how dare he smile, jiggling his goodies in that tiny, shiny bag, his black paw crinkling it. How dare he tinkle their laughter at you? Here's a fine basket of riddles. If a mouth shoots off and no one's around to hear it, who can say which came first? Push or shove, bang or whimper? Which is news to fit right home about.
Excuse me.
Listen, I'm getting word from Ali that this has been successful. You agree? Yeah! And he said, move it along, Howard. You got this knack of wearing people out. Move it along. So what I want to do is I'm going to name all the rest of the people we had listed as speakers. I'm going to ask you all to come because we don't want people not to have a chance to say something, but make very brief statements, and then the minister is going to grace us with his presence to close this out, if that's all right with you. Is that okay? I'm not even going to read any more facts. I ain't going to read no more facts. Is Donald Trump, tell me what you're going to do. Guilty! Say it again. Guilty! Guilty as charged? Guilty! All right. So here, these are the people who are left on our list. We have, I don't know if Ashley Santos is here. Is Ashley here? Gladys Burgos is here. We want to hear a few words from Gladys. Ashley, I'm not sure if the person from ACLU came or not. I don't know her name. She's not here. Let's see, Demond Meeks is going to say a few words. And Minister Clifford Florence, are you still going to say a few words? Okay, so we got those three people that I called. We only got one of the three. So Gladys and Demond. Okay, you're going to come? Gladys and Demond, and then the minister's going to come.
Thank you, Howard. Thank you, Howard. What a wonderful turnout. I'm so glad to be part of this. I'm so glad that all of you are here. My name is Gladys Pedraza Burgos. I wanted to say something because I know we're going to have to go really quick, so I'm going to try to skim some of this. To kick a fellow citizen when they're down is shameful. I would like you to know how shameful the tweets coming from President Trump shortly after Hurricane Maria devastated the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. How offended and insulting to the Puerto Rican people who are also American citizens. My father often told me, Gladys, we live in the United States of amnesia. We live in the United States of amnesia. How easy it is for the U.S. to forget and intentionally not educate us on our own history. I would suggest to the President to learn some history regarding the Puerto Rican relationships with the United States. You see, Puerto Rico was considered a key to the geopolitical and economic ambitions of the United States as part of the U.S. broader policies to obtain new acquisitions without any promise of statehood. In 1898, U.S. troops invaded the island of Puerto Rico. U.S. troops took over Puerto Rico. So Puerto Ricans did not invite the U.S. armed forces to Puerto Rico. It was invaded. So with that invasion comes responsibilities. In 1917, American citizenship was imposed on Puerto Ricans, timely, of course, so that nearly 18,000 Puerto Rican men could join the armed forces and fight in World War I, and even more were sent to fight in World War II on behalf of the United States. 18,000 Puerto Rican men imposed citizenship just in time to fight in the world wars. Jones Act of 1917 controls Puerto Rico's shipping laws and confers U.S. citizenship. But this is not equal political representation or equal citizenship. It does not recognize all the constitutional rights and duties, such as having voting delegates in the U.S. Congress. Puerto Rico has no one representing them in the U.S. Congress. No rights to vote for federal presidential election. How convenient. And no right to a trial by jury. Puerto Ricans living on the island cannot exercise a full range of their citizenship. The Jones Act of 1917, and that's over 101 years ago, played a major role in delaying the relief that the island so desperately needed. It took weeks for us to get relief. In the meantime, people were dying. Given these oppressive policies and distinction in citizens' rights remaining a defining characteristics of U.S. colonization of the island, we are a colony. The president's response to trauma and devastation by Hurricane Maria while he was playing golf seemed to get worse with every tweet. The tweets were unpresidential. The most basic fundamental responsibility of a president of the United States, the president of the most powerful country in the world, is to show up, not to be playing golf, and provide assistance and relief that American citizens need. The Puerto Rican people didn't need this type of insult. And by the way, why is it that he didn't put the same tweets out when it came to Texas and Florida? President Trump played down the situation. Puerto Rico, oh, they didn't have such a high toll in deaths. He claimed that if he had to give himself a score, he would get 10 out of 10. These microaggressive acts to remind Puerto Ricans that we are a colony and not full citizens, to kick fellow citizens down, is shameful. Reprimanding Puerto Rico, throwing paper products at the people instead of taking serious action to not just waive these oppressive policies, but what we need is for him to take a look at the history regarding Puerto Rican relationship with U.S. and to eliminate these still existing policies and practices today that continue to create economic instability and systematically oppress and exploit the entire group of people. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.
You see, this is why we gotta have ongoing education so that we can understand the historical backdrop to all of this. Divine Meeks is coming to say a few words, and then the man who had the vision to bring us together will close us out. All right.
Greetings, sisters and brothers. Greetings. Greetings, sisters and brothers. First of all, I'd like to thank God for making this occasion possible to bring us here on one accord. Yeah. If I had to title this speech, I would title it Silence by Systemic Racism. Did you know that under the Internal Revenue Code, all Section 501c3 organizations are absolutely prohibited from directly or indirectly participating in or intervening in any political campaign on behalf of or in opposition to any candidate for elected public office. Contributions to political campaign funds or public statements on position, verbal or written, made on behalf of the organization in favor of or in opposition to any candidate for public office clearly violate the prohibition against political campaign activity. Violating the prohibition may result in denial or revocation of tax-exempt status and the imposition of certain excise taxes. In other words, you may be penalized. Well, sisters and brothers, let me remind you on this day, it was illegal to harbor a slave. Yeah. It was illegal to teach a slave to read. Yeah. It was illegal to take part in seeing a fellow man or a woman to freedom via the Underground Railroad that exists right here in Rochester. Yeah. Guess what? Some of our ancestors stepped out on faith and risked their lives so that all people would know freedom. Yeah. Let us not be silenced or confined to our silos. When they tell us that our organizational status forbids our participation, let us step out on faith as individuals, united with other masses of individuals, affecting the change that we, the people, deem necessary. That we, the people, deem necessary. Somebody might hear that on the other side of town. I'll leave you with this. Imagine being a proud parent of a beautiful daughter who grows up to marry a handsome young man. Not only handsome, but a provider by every sense of the word. One day she shares with you, Mommy, Daddy, he's an abuser, both verbally and physically. He has even put policies in place in our household and our financial institutions that are oppressive and prevent me from reaching my full potential. I know, some of y'all men out there might be saying, not my daughter, or ladies, not my child. Well, guess what? We are, and we have been, the aforementioned young woman. We have been subject to policies in our communities as well as our institutions, inclusive of financial, that have oppressed us and refused us the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. While 45 spews racism and his vile tongue, we're the recipients of verbal abuse. And if we continue to be silent, our children may reap the physical abuse. We will not, we shall not be silenced by systemic racism. Make some noise, people.
Look, I know you're already on your feet. Get on your tippy toes. Get on your tippy toes and direct your attention over here to the man who had the vision to make this possible. Y'all can do better than that. Y'all can do better than that.
Let me hear you again. I want to thank each of you for being with us today. And want to say to everyone that this is not the last time that we come together. We want to do this some more. Somebody ought to say something.
Amen.
We want to do this and until Mr. Stump Trump and Chump Trump. This man has embarrassed our nation. He has embarrassed us as a people.
Yes, sir.
He has forgotten what America is all about. It's not about him. It's about the people. And we reject not only what he has said, but we reject his policies. They have been harmful to the poor and the voiceless. They have been, they have given the advantage to those that have always had the advantage. And we are here to denounce and say to Mr. Trump that we are not satisfied, we are not going to accept his misbehaving and shaming this great nation. Now look, I want to thank you again for coming, but we want to do this some more. Yeah, we want to do this until Rochester wake up again. Because we are still concerned about the poor and the disadvantaged in this city of plenty. And people getting money in the name of the poor, and the poor get poorer, if that's possible. So all right, let me hear you again. Now look, here's what we have to do. You know the Congress not going to do anything about this shameful man. They're not going to do anything. But here's what we have to do. We have to register everybody that's unregistered. We have to get ready to empty this silent Congress that's enabling this man to do what he's done. Am I right about that? Now look, we have to register everybody and stay ready until November. Now look, in a few months, we're going to be back here.
Yes, sir.
Somebody ought to say something. Are you tired? No. Are you tired? No. Well, you ought to say we are tired and sick of what's going on. Am I right about it? But we are not going to allow this man to silence us and then tell the world that he wants America to be for the rich and the powerful. We are saying that this is our country. And we are not going to allow him to silence us. Let me hear you again. Will we be back here? Will we be back here? Will we be back here? Thank you for coming.
Even when we burn up, we won't take no more. And Minister Clifford Force is going to do a prayer, and we're going to thank you again for coming out. But we fired up. We're fired up. We're fired up. We're fired up. We're fired up. All right, what's the burden? 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 All right, thank you, Brother Minister. No justice. No justice. No justice. To the God of peace, we thank you so much for this day and all we were able to accomplish by your will and by your power. We just ask now that we would leave under your authority, but may we be more active to do what we can do to make a change in this world, in this country, in Monroe County, the state of New York, and the city of Rochester. Go in peace, in Jesus' name, amen.
I'm sorry, 1 second. There is a table in the back for registration. If you are not registered to vote, go to that table. There's also a form for the Poor People's Campaign, but register to vote. There are women over there helping to help. Register, 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 register.
Absolutely. Thank you again, brothers and sisters, for coming out, and you're going to hear from us real soon. If we don't have your contact information, make sure that we get it before you leave. You're going to hear from us real soon. All right.
Say your name again?
Fahiym.
Bishop Tillman taking these?
Yes, I think so.
I
didn't want your hands cold while you're holding us.
All right, thank you.
We gonna connect, brother. I'm with me.
No
Rich,
doubt, and I got your number.
Brother Asa, yeah, with the Rochester Black Panther Liberation Front.
Okay, no doubt. All right.
We're gonna connect on
yes,
some
sir.
different ideas for the community.
All right. I'm with it, bro. Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Jamal.
I'm collecting Marshall Vest and badges.
people, by the people. We out of here.